He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
Well, good morning to you and welcome to Story Time. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am glad that we're here together. Thursday, another story awaits. Yes, we continue our theme of love. Thank you so much for being here with me. I am glad that you're here. Yes, today we're looking at what is it that we grow? What is it that we're putting out in the world? And indeed, how that comes back. What fruits does that bear? Thank you so much for joining in Story Time, and I am glad we're here. Please, as always, let us know where you're joining in from and who is joining in with you. And indeed, I hope that you do have a lovely day today, full of love, full of laughter. And I know that sometimes we'll hit bumps in the road. Those are just that, bumps, and we'll get over them very, very soon. Hopefully, we're getting over them smoothly as well. Thank you so much for being here, and welcome to Story Time. Today, we bring back another exciting book from Grabois Fisher. It's the first time we're reading the book, but of course, Grabois Fisher and Devin Hunt, the illustrator, are not new to Story Time. Thank you so much for joining in today. I hope you're ready for this one. Love Grows Love. Written by Grabois Fisher and illustrations by Devin Hunt. And as you know, these ones are published by the B Books. Thank you so much for joining in. Yes, books to inspire, books for self-motivation, and books that remind us to love ourselves, not just our neighbors, but ourselves too, that it begins with us, and then we can share it out there. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time today, and I hope that you enjoy this lovely book that we have for you today. And of course, find it where you find books. Find it at your local library. Follow the B Books, and so you can see everything that they're doing. There's a plenty in the series, and so just follow them on Instagram, and also find out more about them, and so you can definitely enjoy more of their books. Find them at your local library too. Thank you so much for joining in today. I am glad that we're here together, sending you all love, 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 and hugs, and indeed thankful for another day of sunshine out here in Oakland. How is it where you are? Thank you for being here. Please let us know in the comments that you're here so we can say good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining in. I am glad we are here together. Good morning to you, Amanda West. How are you doing today? Of course, Sarah and Nathan in gray and cloudy and wet Illinois. Well, thank you so much for being here. Hopefully that gray and wetness goes away sometime soon and enjoy some bright sunshine. But of course, we do have here Story Time with us, our little time together where we can laugh and smile and indeed get lost in our lovely books. Thank you so much for joining in. Only a little rain for us today, so we are much better than last week. There we are. Thankful for that. It's the little things that count, doesn't it? Thank you so much indeed for sharing, Sarah and Nathan, for sharing your positivity with us today. And of course, Amanda West, thank you for joining us out in Illinois, where it is indeed gray and cloudy and wet today. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to Story Time. Good morning to you. How are you doing today? Erin and Clara, thank you so much for being here. It's way too hot in Massachusetts today. Well, I hope that it cools down. I hope that indeed you do have spaces that you can go and cool down. And hopefully this heat wave, this heat time just passes by a little quickly. Thank you so much for joining in today. Glad you're here with us. Clara and Erin, and of course Tara McNamara. Thank you so much for joining in. We do not forget you. Thank you for coming into Storytime. And of course, I know, was it Clara that was out at camp yesterday? How was it? I hope that you enjoyed it. And I hope that you have fun memories that were built from that. Thank you so much for joining in today. Oh, yes, indeed. And of course, Tara and Erin and Clara, you're joining us from Massachusetts. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you, as always, for story time. Oh, Sarah, thank you so much indeed. I hope you're doing well out there in the hot and sunny Berlin, Massachusetts. Thank you so much for joining in. Good to see you here indeed. And of course, always a pleasure to see you. And Sarah, I do have a proposition for you. I will be reaching out and letting you know. So please look out for my communication soon. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime, and glad to see you here. And I hope everybody, your loved ones are all doing well. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Andres, good to see you. Aurelia Lee, good to see you. It has been a minute. I hope you're enjoying summer. And I know that school will be starting back up soon, but I hope that you're enjoying summer. Indeed, enjoy these last few days of relaxing. And I hope they are relaxing. And so, yes, indeed, we are ready and rejuvenated for another school year. Thank you so much for being here, Andres. And of course, Andres and Aurelia Lee, thank you so much for being here on Storytime. Oh, yes, good to know that you loved camp. Of course. Thank you so much for sharing. Absolutely love it. And I hope that you do enjoy today's story. And this one is called Love Grows Love, written by Lauren Grabois Fisher and illustrations by Devin Hunt. And this one is published by the B Books. Yes, thank you so much for being here. Get ready, get comfortable, get cozy. Grab everything that you need. Grab your stuffy, grab your hot cocoa, or a cool drink, lemonade. If you're in Massachusetts right now, it sounds like you need a cool drink. Anything that makes your enjoying of story time even more enjoyable. Get it, and get ready for this story. Join me on the other side of this short break when we get to enjoy our story for today. Thank you so much for being here with us. Here we go.
Hi, everyone. My name is Amanda Davis. I'm a children's book author, illustrator, and high school art educator. I am the author of 30,000 Stitches, the inspiring story of the National 9/11 flag, illustrated by Sally Warren Comport and published with Worthy Kids # book group. One thing that drew me to writing 30,000 Stitches was the idea that people from all different communities came out to stitch this flag and make it whole again. So I hope that when people read 30,000 Stitches, they remember the power of sharing our stories. When people came out to stitch the flag, they shared their stories, whether about loss or pain or love. We all have stories to tell, and by sharing our stories and listening to one another's stories, we can create a better understanding of each other and create a sense of connection and unity. And this is what creates a more inclusive world. I hope you enjoy your story time with Mr. LaMotta. Bye, everybody.
Thank you indeed, Amanda Davis. Lovely book. Just inspiring book, and one I encourage you to read. If you've not read 30,000 Stitches, please get it and read it. Find it at your local library and get to enjoy it. And of course, follow Amanda Davis too to see what they are up to. Yes, indeed, love grows love. This one coming to you from Lauren Grabois Fisher and illustrations by Devin Hunt. And this one is published by the B Books. A big thank you to Lauren and, of course, the B Books for allowing us to read this book here on Storytime today. Enjoy. Love grows love. Here we go. Love grows love. Lauren Grabois Fisher, Devin Hunt, and of course published and read with permission of Lauren Grabois Fisher and the B Books. There is a dedication here too, and I'll just read that quickly before we get started with our story. And it says, I want to dedicate this book to my grandparents and parents who taught me what true love is, that you get what you give. Through infinite amounts of love and support, I have grown to be the person that I am. I know that your patience, kindness, and love is what allowed me to blossom into the writer I am today. Thank you for reading my endless amounts of poetry and for always believing that I have a gift with words. You made me believe in myself and gave me the confidence to write for others. I am forever grateful for that. An extra special thank you to you, my grandpops Joseph, for always collecting my poetry and stories and reminding me that my words are a gift and that they should be shared with others. Since I was young, you have always made me feel special and smart, and you have taught me by example that love grows love. All right, now we can get started with our story. I just thought I should share that from Lauren. Love grows love. Indeed, love grows love. Hate grows hate. Yeah. What will you grow today? Hate grows hate. Oh, yeah. Smiles grow smiles. And I'm picturing all your beautiful smiles out there. Smiles grow smiles. Ah. And I hope right now you're wearing your biggest smile. Sadness grows sadness. Right? Kindness grows kindness. Yeah. Kindness grows kindness. Yes, it does. Fear grows fear. Fear grows fear. Laughter grows laughter. Yes, it does. That is good for the heart. Laughter grows laughter. I was just thinking as I was reading this of the amounts of laughter that I had with my sister, visiting my sister this summer. And I hope that everyone gets a dose of that every now and then. Just hearty days, long days of hearty laughter. And goodness, laughter grows laughter. Anger grows anger. Anger grows anger. It does. Acceptance grows acceptance. Yes, indeed. Acceptance grows acceptance. Love grows love. Love grows love. Oh, what will you grow? What will you grow today. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. I am so glad that we're here together. I hope indeed you got to enjoy that lovely story. And this one is called Love Grows Love, coming to you from Lauren Grabois Fisher. And you know the beautiful part, an extra beautiful part about books from Lauren Grabois Fisher is that they do have inspiration and discussion points at the back. So if you read the book, you can go through and talk about some of those things in the back that will help you know whether it's talking about the book and how the message in the books applies to life, just real life in general. And for example, one of the talking points in this one is, what is the opposite of love? Is it hate? Is it fear? Or is it both? So you know it does give us something to talk about there. What do you think? What is the opposite of love? Is it hate? Is it fear? Is it both? Is it neither? Right? Another one is, what is love? Which we've kind of looked at with Mark Barnett as well. What is love? Is it something we feel? Is it something we do? Is it something we see? So all those things to think about today as you're going through your day. But remember too, I think one of the things that I saw in this book, and I just want to highlight that, was don't forget yourself. Don't forget yourself. And it says, let me see if I can find that page, but it's just talking about, you know, look at that person in the mirror and remember to tell them that you love them. Remember to tell them that they are special, right? And so, because sometimes it's so easy, we just think we need to give our love and share our love with everybody out in the world, but forgetting to take care of ourselves. You need to take care of yourself. So I hope that today, as you're going out, planting love in the world and indeed spreading all the goodness, I hope that too, we remember to take care of ourselves. We remember to carve out a little space in which we can take care of ourselves, reflect on ourselves, and indeed grow all those good feelings that we can then in turn share with others. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. I hope you enjoyed this one. Love grows love. And as you can see from Lauren Grabois Fisher, is that she had support from all family and all the people around her. So I hope that every one of us out there can have people that support us, those pillars that hold us, give us strength, you know, allow us to still be standing every single day, because it is not easy going through this world alone. But I hope that, you know, we all find those friends, the family members, and anything that, you know, allows us to go through this world with a little less burden. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Always appreciations for you all. And indeed today the message is love. This week the message is love. And I hope that today we're able to plant that seed. We're able to grow love. Thank you so much for joining in. Please don't forget to join me again tomorrow when we are back with another exciting story. This one is also coming from the B books, but this one is written by Diane Alba, and this one is called A Little Spot of Love. So join me for this one tomorrow, and I hope you get to enjoy it. Please find these books where you find books, and if you can't find them, please go to the Storytime and find out where you can get them, or indeed do drop me a message and we'll try and get them to you. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. It is always a pleasure. I am thankful to be here with you all, and indeed sending you love. And I hope that as we go out into this world today, we have a little love, not just for the world, but for ourselves too. Thank you so much for being here today. Always such a pleasure to be here together. Please remember where you are, check the weather before you go out. I know some places are hot today, some places it is raining, some places, you know, are nice and cool today. So whatever it is, I hope that you have a chance to look at the weather before you go out, and so you are prepared for what's out there. And please do take care. Remember your sunscreen, remember your water, hydrate, and just all around care, all those little things that you need before you go out the house, your hat, everything that helps you be safer out there. Thank you so much for joining in today. I am always glad that we're here together. Indeed, thankful for another day of story time. And of course, good morning to you. How are you doing? Good to see you. Lucy, how are you indeed out here in Oakland? And Noah, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. And hopefully we're back on the soccer field very, very soon. Thank you so much for joining in. Appreciations to you. I am glad that you're here. And of course, in Pennsylvania, Aurelia Lee and Andres, always appreciative. Thank you to you for being here today. And indeed, I hope that your summer has been a good one. And indeed, I hope that today is a day that grows love for you. Thank you so much for joining in. I am glad that we are here together indeed. Tara, McNamara, and of course, Erin, thank you so much for joining in. And of course, Clara as well. Thank you so much for being here on Storytime. And always a pleasure having you. I am glad you're here on Storytime and definitely hoping we have many more Storytimes together. You say thank you for the beautiful book. Hope you have a great day. Well, thank you so much. Appreciations. And indeed, I hope that it is a good day. I'm hoping for a good day and I will do my best to make it that. And indeed, like I know there's things that happen, but we ride the waves. We go with it. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. Oh, good to know that you're good, Noah. I am great. Thank you so much for asking, buddy. And of course, Lucy and Mom sending you love as well. Thank you so much for being here on Storytime. Oh, this is so lovely. Thank you indeed. Amanda, West, Sarah, and Nathan, thank you for joining us out in Illinois. Hopefully that little rain is just growing all the goodness around you. And indeed, I'm glad that today the rain is not as heavy as it has been. And of course, I am always appreciative of your positivity. And you say, yes, only a little rain for us today. So we're much better than we were last week. Thank you indeed for joining in. And Sarah, thank you so much for joining us out in Berlin, Massachusetts. Thank you for being here. To everybody that has been here today on Storytime, appreciations for you, love, and I will see you again tomorrow for more Storytime. Tomorrow when we bring brand new to Storytime, this one is called A Little Spot of Love. Join in for this one tomorrow and get to enjoy it. Thank you indeed for being here on Storytime. Much love from me, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. He brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. He brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be